And here come the individuals in the gold medal matchup here, the compound women's individual. It'll be a matchup between an archer from the Islamic Republic of Iran against Croatia. Winner claiming the gold medal here in stage 2 of the World Cup of Archery. And the silver medals finishing in second. But you know, both athletes want that precious gold medal as they're tallying points for that Olympic qualifier coming up later in July in Italy, but more on that later. Here's the introductions in this gold medal matchup. Parsamehr Mahtab from the Islamic Republic of Iran, shooting on target number 1. Ranked 5th during qualifications with a score of 692. And her opponent, Ivana Buden from Croatia, ranked 23rd in qualification with a score of 682. And considering that the Croatian archer was ranked 23rd in qualification, just a fantastic playoff performance to get her, Witsel, to this gold medal matchup.
Yeah, but don't forget, she's a very experienced archer. She already had twice two finals in the World Cup, which she both lost. So I think she's very determined to win the gold this time.
Age 25, her best result, as you mentioned, was a bronze in the 09 World Cup final. She's a chance to do something she's never done, Witsel, is win a gold or silver. And we're underway.
I think it's a strong opening, seeing these conditions.
Čvrsto. Dolje nisko, Ivana.
Her father is coaching her.
Yes. Father-daughter relationship. From the home to the archery field.
Yeah, well, in some cases...
You can't leave his side, can you, Witsel?
No.
In those situations. But you know what? That's also, I guess, being familiar with your coach, being your dad. You know, some people may look at that situation and go, geez, you know what? I couldn't think of a better coach.
I would no. Well, I definitely wouldn't have my father back.
Really? Why is that?
You know, it's different. You want to have a coach-archer relationship here, and not the parental thing going on.
There's definitely pros and cons to it. You see that in a lot of other sports where the father will coach the daughter or the son, and in this situation it seems to be working so far.
It is, but she's 2 points behind on this final. So maybe a father-daughter talk this time for the next end.
24-22 after 3 arrows. Still anybody's matchup. There's still 12 arrows to go, but nonetheless, she's going to have to do some work to get to the platform she wants to be on.
Ivana Buden will start this end, as she has the lowest score at the moment. Very strong shooting from Iran. This is the second archer in the women's compound in the top 4.
Yeah, and we were talking about that a little bit off camera. Just a resounding team effort here in Antalya during these qualifications to have 2 archers from the same team have opportunities at medals. That's something to be said about the program.
Yep, about the program, the hard work, and we're gonna see another archer from Iran later on at the men's compound finals.
Now with these kind of results right now, just to qualify into these medal rounds, is the Islamic Republic of Iran, is this one of the countries we're going to be looking for in the future to be in these kind of championship situations? Is that the way it looks?
Definitely. This sport is growing the last, well, let's say the last 6 years. It's growing, and a great effort of the Iranian archer.
And speaking of that, as we were talking, she just registered a 10.
Dead center.
Radi.
Ivana Buden,
8-7-9er.
Sedmica s
she needs to
desne
get the
strane.
things
Niska
together
si još uvijek.
if she want to have a chance of winning this match.
And she responds for the 10 by shooting a 9. Almost finding a zone right now.
Great shooting, great shooting.
Ravno unutra. Ravno. 8, 7, 6.
Disappointing scores for the Croatian archer here.
Yeah, I've watched her in the practice field just before the finals, and she was already into the wind that it's going to be difficult, and maybe this is a mental thing.
After 6 arrows, the Islamic Republic of Iran archer holding a 50-41 lead.
Ne možeš, ovo je ono. Znam, nego je.
Built up over 6 arrows, that's going to be definitely hard to overcome.
Yeah, but as you saw in the final here before, you know, the target phases is 10 to 5, and a normal regular phase has up to 1, so you're missing a few rings. So when you make a big mistake this time in the wind, you know, it can go either way.
We'll talk about this a little bit later on, but yeah, it's exactly what you said, that the actual target between the compound division and the recurve division is completely different when you take a good look at it.
Yeah, it is, it is. Well, the target phase they're shooting on right now is a target phase of 50 meters.
Right.
And later on in the afternoon, you're gonna see the recurve discipline shooting 70 meters, and the target phase will be slightly bigger. It's 1.20 meter diameter.
Gotcha. Of course, the scoring's a little bit different too. With the compound, you score points of 5 to 10, where in recurve it goes from 0 to 10, isn't it?
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to shoot a 4 or a 5.
No. I don't think you ever want to do that in any of these kind of competitions, especially when there's medals on the line. We're ready to start here. This is arrows 7, 8, and 9 for these two archers here in the gold medal matchup of the compound women's individual competition.
Čvrsto, kratko unutra. Niska, lijeva. Daj
Starts
još,
off with
dodaj
an
malo na visini.
She definitely can smell the gold this time.
When you have this type of lead as an athlete, Witsel, do you almost, I guess for lack of better words, just sense the victory without thinking too much about it? Is it
And she's seeing the
taste it
girl
in a sense?
she's seeing the girl from Croatia struggling with the wind, and this is gonna be a mental, so tough match to try to do your utmost and never hit the yellow one time.
Almost the kind of situation where when you're struggling and your opponent is doing that much better, it almost makes your struggles even more than they really are.
She just hit the target just inside of the time.
Finishes off those rounds of arrows at 8.77 compared to 9.97. The Islamic Republic of Iran archer holding a 75-64 lead after 9 arrows.
Check him out, Evan.
This is stage 2 of the World Cup in Antalya, Turkey. We're just off the beach. Beautiful conditions as far as scenery is concerned for all spectators in attendance, which looks to be another full house here. But as far as the archers are concerned, a little bit of a different story, as you've heard throughout the broadcast. Winds gusting up to 51 kilometers an hour off the water, which makes it that much tougher. And we're about to start with arrows 10, 11, and 12 of 15. She does a little bit of a restart.
10,
Only got 20
9,
seconds to shoot
8,
one arrow.
7,
8 points for that first shot. Responds with a 9.
Čvrsto unutra. Radi 9, 8. Sve si desno sada. Desna I niska.
Solid shooting, solid shooting.
Back-to-back 9s here on arrows 10 and 11. In control with 93 points.
Čvrsto unutra. 10, 9, 8.
Arrow number 12 for the Croatian archer. Finishes it with a disappointing 6.
Sve si desno, šta je?
And you can almost feel the heartbreak as she talks to her coach, who also happens to be her dad. Looking at the last 3 arrows of this gold medal matchup, a 101-85 lead. 16 points with 3 arrows. And
Ouch.
my friend, you hate to say it's all but wrapped up, but it just might be.
This is gonna be, I don't know, miracles can happen, but she really needs a miracle this time. And imagine what you have to say to an archer if you're a coach at this time. I feel sorry for her.
Nonetheless, it will be her best outing, a silver medal. And not to look too far ahead, folks, but it's just the reality of 3 arrows remaining. She'll match. And we are back underway as the archers approach the shooting line.
The archer from Iran, she's gonna do big business for the World Cup final. She was 7th in porridge, and she's now top 2, so she's gonna be very high in the ranking.
She's only 22 years old, which basically bodes for a bright future in the sport of archery.
Definitely, definitely. There's the 10.
First 10 for the Croatian archer, to the loud roar of the crowd.
As long as she hits the target face, it's probably gonna be okay.
Radi 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
As her coach counts down the score, and she hits a 10-liner. Could be a 9, could be a 10.
I think it's a 9. In the compound discipline, wind is disastrous because you see all the cables. When they pull the bow, it's getting lighter at the end, so you don't have really much weight on your hands. And when the wind is blowing against it, it's very hard to hold it steady.
She finishes her best set of 3 arrows, a 10-9-9, but it's
she started too late.
A little too late on this, as you mentioned.
And there it is, gold medal.
Parsamehr Mahtab, the archer from the Islamic Republic of Iran, captures gold here in stage 2 of the World Cup here in Antalya, Turkey. And her best showing, of course, gold medal here in the compound women's individual. And she gives it the big thumbs up.
Definitely one to watch in 3 weeks at the World Championships in Torino.
In eine Minute bin ich an die andere Seite.
Of course, all the winners in today's archery competition.